What's up, guys? Welcome to the Anime Sensei channel. To start things off, I have an anime rap channel called Sensei Beat. You can find a ton of anime raps about some of the most prominent anime characters of all time. I upload new raps regularly. You should definitely check it out. Your support and feedback will be much appreciated. Secondly, there's my Discord server. If you want to join active otaku community where there are regular anime quizzes and stuff like that, you should consider joining. The links to both the channel and the server will be down in the description box below. Alright, today's video is about harem anime, but rest assured guys, I've made sure not to include school days in this video. Well then, shall we begin? The first anime on our list is 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭 no World. There's a special kind of academy where the students are those who can somehow retain the memories from their previous lives, and they're trained to protect people from these metaphysical monsters that pose a major threat. So technically, these students are the protector. They're categorized into two types. The first type depends on offensive weapon, while the other type makes use of their magic. Now, back to the whole retaining memories stuff. On the first day of the school ceremony, the main character meets a girl who then tells him that she used to be his sister back in their previous life. And not just her, he also meets other girls, and every time he has some kind of a connection with, or rather, he had some kind of a connection with. In one of his past lives, he was even a demon lord. And this little twist, my friend, makes this anime interesting. 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐸𝐵 no Phantom World. This anime is kind of beautiful, which is to be expected since it was produced by 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥. The plot is also kind of interesting. We are all aware of the legends surrounding yokai and ghosts. Be that as it may, we still haven't actually seen a yokai or a ghost like, or at least that's what I want to believe. However, in this anime, a mysterious virus spreads and the way people perceive the world changes. Creatures such as yokai and ghosts become visible. Not only that, this virus also infects some teenagers who then develop supernatural abilities so that they can prevent the phantoms from harming someone. The type of these abilities depend on the person. Some of the students decide to form a team so that they can prevent the threat of phantoms as a team. 𝐒𝐻𝐴𝑖 hentai demo. This anime has a very interesting and thought-provoking title. Hinsuki, are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie? Are you? The main character, 𝐒𝐻𝐴𝑖, is a normal boy in the sense that he wants a girlfriend, but this wish of his sort of comes true a lot sooner than he thought it would. One day, he receives an anonymous love letter, but what's interesting about this letter is that it comes with a pair of white panties. Seeing this sends 𝐒𝐻𝐴𝑖's brain in a loop. He then decides to play detective so that he can find the true identity of the person who sent this letter, because why not? He knows it could be anyone. So he starts investigating, and slowly but surely, he comes face to face with the weirdness of all the girls around him. �彼女がフラッグを折られたら. Of course, this is another harem anime, but it is kind of unusual. The main character is a high school student named 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭, and he has an ability that allows him to see flags over people's heads. It can be a romance flag, friendship's flag, or even a death flag. And because he can see those flags, he can also have a strong influence over future events. He can even protect someone from dying. But this was sort of a curse for 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭, because in the past he lost a lot more than he could ever save. And now, as a transfer student, 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭 is at a new school, and it doesn't take long for him to spot a death flag over one of his classmates. So, will he be able to save that person? Or rather, will someone save 𝐜𝐡𝐚? This anime transitions between some softcore comedy and downright serious scenes. 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 Kiss on My Deity. The main character, Yuri Mito, looks normal and acts normal, but he also performs exorcisms because his family takes care of a shrine. One day, he finds a mysterious object in the woods, and he also gets a warning to leave it alone. But unfortunately, the seal breaks and a number of 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 get loose. These 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 are actual people. Then, a few things happen, and a goddess decides to marry him. However, there are battles and stuff. He even has to train to fight some girls. I'd say it would have worked better if it was a comedy anime, but it isn't. It's a supernatural harem anime. Princess Lover. This anime doesn't pull any punches on the fan service, so if you are that kind of anime fan, you're in for a ride. The main character, 𝐻𝐻𝐴𝑖 Arima, is the son of a noodle shop owner. However, one day both of his parents die in a car accident. His grandfather then takes him in. For the first time, he's introduced to the world of the wealthy and the rich. Nothing could surprise him more now than his actual daily life as he gets to experience the luxuries and lavishes of the rich. But what his grandfather wants is for Arima to succeed him as the head of the Arima Financial Combine, and for that, he's also enrolled into an elite school. His social status and affluence is now off the charts. Even a marriage is arranged for him. He's now supposed to marry the girl named Sylvia van Hausen, and just like that, Arima's rich life begins. Now what's interesting about this anime is that even though his fiancée has already been decided, this is still a harem anime, which means there are more than one main girls. 100. This is not just a harem anime. It is an action-packed sci-fi mecha harem anime. The story goes like this. There's this alien-like organism called 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐸 that attacks people, and one way to counter that is by using this mecha technology called 100. The main character, Hayato Kisaragi, has the highest 100 capability, and because of that, he's invited to hone his skills aboard a battleship where there's a prestigious military academy called Little Garden. Of course, during his days in the academy, he attracts the attention of multiple female students, and somehow also ends up in ecchi situations. But as I said, there's some action too. He gets into incidents where he has to fight those savages that are now all over the world. I'd say if you don't have anything else to watch, this could be something that you can watch, just to see if you like it or not. There are some awfully bizarre cringe scenes in there too. 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐩𝐸𝐭. This anime is about insects who aren't insects anymore. They are substantial in size, and you can find them rampaging all across the globe. This is now the present state of the world. It all happened a few years ago. These giant bugs inhabited Earth, and humans had no choice but to leave Earth and then start living in cities that are just floating in midair. That's right, insects finally drove the humans out of their own homes. Of course, there are some floating academies that train students to fight massive insects. And among them is the main character, Kanata Age. He used to be the Black Master Swordsman, but now he's been labeled as a traitor. His only shot at reclaiming people's trust is by leading a team which consists of 3 weird girls that has already faced 10 losses in a row. You can say he gets stuck babysitting some problem students, except they're all girls. Still though, this isn't technically an ecchi harem anime, so let's check out the next one. Isekai no Seikishi Monogatari. The main character is a 15-year-old boy named Kenshi Masaki. When it comes to athletics and martial arts, he's in a league of his own. But then, something unexpected happened. He gets kidnapped and is taken to a planet called Giminar. Even for a harem anime, this kind of start is very unusual. Alright, so now how does he get home? Well, it's simple. All he has to do is to assassinate the new empress. Thus, he's given control of a mecha called Sacred Mechanoid, and during one of their battles, the empress takes none of his skills and tells her soldiers to capture him alive. And after catching him, she finds out that the pilot is a male, which is of course very rare here at this planet. She decides to make him her attendant, and just like that, Kenshi is the attendant of the very empress that he has to kill. She even makes him enroll in an academy where students hone their mecha skill. Now I know that this anime doesn't sound very harem, but it is. There are a few more main girls, and the execution of the plot is quite good too. I'd say even if you don't watch harem anime, this might be worth giving a shot. Hidan no Aria. The crime rates in Japan kept getting worse, so the authorities decided to establish an academy where students hone their detective and fighting skills so that they can later contribute to the betterment of the society by reducing these crime rates. But among those students, there was an interesting guy named Kinji, but for some reason, he's now a dropout and is studying logistics instead. But what was the reason he dropped out? And what is this embarrassing ability that he doesn't want other people to see? Well, it's an ability that raises his rank from E straight to S rank. This hidden ability is called Hysteria Mode, and it is something that he unlocks whenever he is sexually aroused. That's right, to be the strongest, he has to see the oppa. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button gray. I post regular content like every 2 days or so. I know that I didn't cover all the anime in this video, so if you have something to recommend, you can let us know in the comments below. Well, see you guys on my next video. Until then, stay safe and watch anime.